Hi, it's Carly McAvoy. This video is for Mason. When we're multiplying 3-digit numbers, meaning we have 3 different digits in our number, times 2-digit numbers, the ones with 2 numbers in there, and the process for that. So you're going to get this worksheet, and they have these 2 examples at the top, but I'm going to talk through those examples so you can remember when you're doing this, because they don't show everything here. You start off, you're going to multiply 9 times 5, 9 times 6, and 9 times 2. So you're basically 265 times 9. That's your first problem. Your second problem is going to be 265 times 1, and then you're going to add those together. So you're kind of doing 2 multiplication problems and then an addition problem to get this done. 4 times 5 is 45. You don't have to write this off to the side, but you can if you're kind of forgetting like what goes where. So when I write the 45, then I say, okay, the 5 is going to go underneath. That's where they get this 5. And the 4 is going to go up top, above the next number over, which in this case is the 6. Then you're going to take 6 times 9, which is 54, and add 4, which is going to be 58. Now that 8 goes under, that's where this 8 came from, and the 5 goes over here above the next number over. So you're always putting your carry, whatever you carry goes to the next number. And then you say 9 times 2, which is 18, plus 5, which is 23, and there's nothing else left to carry to, so we just write the entire 23 down there. So it's 265 times 9 is 2,385. Now, when you go to the second row, you always start by adding a 0 here. That's something you always do. You can see that 0 is here too. That's because when we're talking about multiplying by 1, we're really multiplying by 10 here. So we add the 0 to kind of like, okay, I'm calling this 1, but it's in the tens place, so it's actually a 10 there, not a 1. So I put the 0 down. And now it should be pretty quick to do the second part. 1 times 5 is 5. Nothing to carry. 1 times 6 is 6, nothing to carry, and 1 times 2 is 2, nothing to carry. Now we're ready to add those 2 numbers together. So going straight down, 5 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. So here we would put the 3 and carry the 1 like you've done in addition before. And then we have the 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, put the 0, carry the 1, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and that's how we get 5,035. Remember, when you're reading that number, you don't say and, it's just 5,035. Looking at the second example, we're going to start and we're going to take 5 times 185. And then we're going to take 2 times 185, and then we're going to add those together. So remember, it's 3 kind of problems in one, multiplying by 5, multiplying by 2, and then adding all that business together. So 5 times 5 is 25. Again, if you want to, write that off to the side. If you don't, that's fine. But the 5 goes down here, and the 2 would be carried up here to the next number over. Then we take 5 times 8, which is 40, plus 2, that's 42. That's how we get a 2 coming under here and a 4 going over here. And then 1 times 5 is 5, plus 4 is 9. Notice I haven't done anything with this 2 yet, because the first problem is to take 5 times 185, and the 2 just has to wait its turn. So now we have 925. And then we're going to start down here on our second row. We're going to start off by putting a 0. We always put a 0 there, because even though it looks like we're multiplying by 2, we're actually multiplying by 20. So we kind of satisfy that need by putting a 0 there. 2 times 5 is 10. That means the 0 goes underneath and the 1 goes up here. So you have to be careful. That 2 you already used, and you might want to then strike that so you don't get confused about which one am I adding here. Now you're going to say 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. And the 17 tells you put a 7 down here and a 1 up here. Again, we're not going to use that 4 again. We used it when we were doing the 5, so we're just going to strike it. And now I'm going to say 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 makes 3. And I'm going to add that straight down. So I have 5, 2. Those are easy to add when you have 0. 9 and 7 is 16. Carry the 1. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. So we get 4,625. So the process that you have to remember, the one thing you have to really remember about this is adding that 0 to push everything over one place when you're doing that. And also when you're new to this, you have to be careful that you do line things up nicely so that you can add straight down. If you're really sloppy about how you write your numbers, it's going to be harder to get things lined up. All right, that's it for 3-digit times 2-digit multiplication. Have fun with it. To see you next time.